Quick video on how you can leverage your old CRM data or current CRM data. Something that we've noticed that a lot of companies have been facing of our client list is that they have very old CRM data sometimes, or just a ton of CRM data that they just don't use. They haven't kept it up to date. Maybe there was some changes in the team, whatever it may be. And they have this like 6-month-old, 1-year-old, even 2 years old data with leads that they've engaged in the past, they maybe had contact with, but for whatever reason, they've just fallen through. Maybe they don't have their emails anymore, whatever it might be. So something that we do for our clients is CRM re-engagement campaigns. Now, how that will look is, of course, it really depends first and foremost on the data they've got in their CRM. But here is just a kind of a general baseline that you should be able to follow. So I'll give you this table. You can duplicate this and use it as a base. That's exactly what we do. And then we add and remove things as needed. So generally just the primary fields here will be like first name, last name, full name, company name, the reason that the deal was lost, the last contacted date, the date it was created in the CRM, their current email address, their current LinkedIn, and their website. And you see for websites, we have hardly any, which of course is going to make it a little bit difficult if we need to find new email addresses. The reason that the deal was lost, then we use AI to create a combination between when we last spoke into human language and the reason the deal was lost. So then you get an output. Again, you can change this to your liking, but it will say something like we last spoke in January 2023 about thing. But you had reason for that it closed, for example, reason that it didn't close, for example. And then that becomes like a line that you can throw into an email. Again, like you should probably change this to match your own use cases. But as a base, it gets you going, gets you moving. And then you've got the deal loss line. Again, just in case you wanted to just use this in an email. Somehow you didn't want to talk about when we last spoke, that's fine. And then the same for last spoke, we can have that in a separate line as well. So then you can create kind of whatever emails you want based on that, or edit it how you wish. So from here, we want to find the domains. Obviously, we don't have very many domains here, as you can see, none, 2. So we need to find those domains if we want to do future research. So the first thing we've done in that process is we've taken the domains from email addresses. So we've just stripped out everything before the @. But as you can see, if it is like a Gmail or a Yahoo or a free provider, we just return false here because obviously we don't want that domain. So if we don't have a domain in search 1, then we're going to waterfall enrich the domains. Now, so we start with Clearbit. For here, we found in tandem DAO. Here we found CMO DAO, and here we didn't find anything. And then for this person here, what we've then done is we have enriched this person from LinkedIn. We've then enriched their company. I just paused because I wanted to make sure of something. But one of the things we did here was we wrote a formula, which was because on LinkedIn, you often have the problem that people like mention a company and it's not the most recent. It doesn't include the most recent, whatever it might be. So of course, if we're enriching this person from LinkedIn, we want to make sure that whoever this is, Marcus Daly, still works at Next Horizon Capital. Otherwise, we are going to enrich it and then get an email for whatever company he's currently working for, if he doesn't currently work there. So what we did is we have a formula here. And basically, we just want to check that the enriched person from LinkedIn current experience includes that company name or mentions that company name. So if it does, great, then we're going to get that item. We're going to enrich this company now, the one that we've just found, from that item. And then from that company, which of course correctly is Next Horizon Capital, we can then do we can then take their domain. So now we have domain names for almost everybody, unfortunately not for the last one. So from here, we firstly want to validate all the CRM emails, because if they are old, then it's a likelihood, again, maybe they don't work for the companies anymore. Maybe their email has changed, whatever it may be. So here are all the valid emails that we get back. And then we just do a simple, very traditional email waterfall until we get to the end. And in here also, we've included good send and risky send. So a good send is somebody who is perfect, their email is valid, great. Risky send would be, of course, their email is risky. Now, normally you probably wouldn't send these in an ideal situation. The reason that I have this in is because you might want to, you may want to still use it. You may want to still use that email or even maybe you want to just run it through Scrubby. And this just makes that whole process a bit easier. Then finally, we have a step called perform research. Again, this is kind of hidden by a checkbox. If you check the box, then it will go away and start doing research on that company. Again, this is just a real bare bones example. This research doesn't really do anything, but it's just to give you an idea of maybe some of the ideas of things that you could do. So of course, there's no point in building out a systemized research step because it's completely different for everybody. But essentially what will happen is you'll come in here, you'll tick the box. It's going to enrich that company on LinkedIn, get the description. And at least in this case, we're just kind of comparing our offer to their offer and figuring out what are some areas that we might be able to work with each other nowadays. So like I said, I will put this in the comments of the video. If you have any problems with it or you're struggling to get it up and running, just send me a message. I'm more than happy to help. But this has been really powerful for our clients. We ran this for one client. They sent us a list of 144 leads, if I'm not wrong, between 140 and 150. I don't remember exactly. And we booked them 15 demos from that list alone. So it's really, really powerful stuff. And I would highly, highly recommend that you check it out.